This terrifying incident happened to me when I was only 10 years old, but the memory still haunts me every now and then after all these years. It was a Sunday morning and my parents left early to visit my grandmother, who lived on the other side of the town, which leaves my sister and me and the maid we hired just recently at home. I live in a 2-storied house, a fairly regular-sized home when compared to the houses in the neighborhood where I live. My sister and I shared a bedroom at that time, which was located on the ground floor, and my maid had her own room, which was located on the ground floor as well. My parents' room was the only one that was on the first floor, and it is also where the TV of the house is located. This happened in the early 2000s, which meant that the internet was in its early stage, and the only entertainment we had was the TV. So I went to my parents' bedroom to watch the TV, and to my luck, my favorite show was playing. I sat at the foot of my parents' bed and was glued instantly. The show was about pranking other people, and it was so funny I was laughing my heart out. After watching the show for a while, I could hear the creaking of the door to my parents' bedroom, which caught my attention. I noticed my sister was speaking from the door, probably curious as to what's so funny. I called her over. I said, "Come over. This show is really funny, you're gonna love it." My sister went in and sat down at the back as I resumed watching the show. After watching the show for another while, I noticed how quiet my sister was. She wasn't laughing, not even a chuckle. So I turned my head and looked at her. She was sitting on the bed, staring at me. The way she stared at me, expressionless, with her eyes as wide as it possibly could be. She was wearing a red dress, which I don't remember if she ever had one, and her hair was curlier and messier than I had remembered. She didn't speak a word and just continued to stare at me. Everything about her was odd. The only thing that is recognizable about her was her face. But this woman is not my sister. Chills started flowing through my body as my mind is trying to comprehend who the person that is sitting right in front of me. I had to do something, so I came up with an excuse and told her that I wanted to get a glass of water from the kitchen. So I paced quickly to the door as I locked my gaze at her to make sure that she was still sitting on the bed. I quickly ran down the stairs as soon as I went past the door, and before I took the final step, I decided to take a peek at my back to see whether or not she was following behind me. As I suspected, she was. But luckily, she was only peeking from the stairs, which was still very terrifying if you were in my shoes. I quickly ran to the kitchen and guess who I ran into? My sister. If my sister is in the kitchen this whole time, who was the woman who was wearing the red dress? A week after the incident, I told my parents about what had happened. They told me that our house was located near to a large sewer, which some have said to be a hotspot for the supernatural entities. It is said to be the place where they could cross from their world to ours. This has been the Eniqma. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like and share it with your friends. If you have a topic you'd like me to do in the future, make sure to leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell so you'd get notified as soon as there's a new episode. As usual, stay safe and have a great day.